Hey everybody, I'm Ryan and you're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and today I'm going to continue my coverage of the Boss Nextone Artist as it compares to the Boss Katana 50, which is an amp I've had around for a long time now, and I love this thing. I get a ton of use out of it and I'm very familiar with it. So anyways, let's get into it. What am I going to do in this video? I'm going to compare how these amps handle fuzz and maybe a few other effects as I get into it. I'll start out by bouncing a fuzz into the Nextone Artist and scrolling through the different tube preamp sounds that it has on its little dial switch thing there. I don't know what to officially call it. I keep messing up on that. So anyways, let's get to it. Here is my dry sound. T-style loadout and this Jennings navigator here. Sloppy playing as always. And here is the Solid Gold Effects 76 fuzz into the Nextone amp. That was on the 6L6 setting. I'm going to set it to the 6V6 and then quickly scroll through the settings as I just play something with my right hand here. Back to 6V6. L6. EL84. And EL34. I'm going to leave it on the EL84 because that's the sound that I think is working best with this fuzz pedal. Now let's compare to the Katana 50 over here. Here is the Nextone first. And here's the Katana. Well, there's a very apparent difference in the sound of these two amps when they're being hit by fuzz. Fuzz is one of these effects that just gives you so much information in your signal. I think it's really the ideal way to test out what the rest of your rig is doing if you're comparing pieces of gear. You can really hear how different these two amps handle that fuzz and filter that sound, what information is being removed by each amp. You really got to use your own ears here and decide for yourself which is the better sound. I kind of like the trashy, brittle sound that I'm getting from the Katana here with the fuzz, but the smoother, more mellow sound, if you can call it that when you're using fuzz, from the Nextone definitely has merit and it's completely usable. I mean, it's a common thing to run a fuzz into a hot compressed tube amp to get it to smooth out a bit, to get a more musical sort of experience out of it. I just like to cause a little bit of brittle mayhem and push people out of the room if I can. Honestly, I think they both sound pretty great though. Let's put them both on. Both amps are on now. Fuzz is engaged. Volume up. You can't say you didn't like that. You know you liked that. All right, let's try out some other effects now, just to see how this handles things. How about the 50/50 overdrive by Pelican Noiseworks / this channel, 60 cycle hum is kind of a signature pedal. That's a tough one. I mean, they sound very different. The Katana is just a lot barkier here in room, a lot more mid-presence. I suppose I could try to dial that out with the EQ, but I kind of dialed these in pretty close to my ear on the clean channel anyways, without them being affected. The Nextone is a more modern, fuller sound. You get a lot more EQ range out of it. I feel like I'd have to try these in a band scenario to really know which I'd prefer, because that barky mid-range from the 50 could cut through the mix. But in a recording scenario, I'd probably want to go with the Nextone, just because there might be more to work with through post. I don't know. Like I said with the Fuzz, use your own ears, make your own decisions. Clearly, these two amps have a different thing going on as far as how they handle a signal. Let's throw some reverb on there and do something surfy. Let's throw it on one of the 6 settings here. Let's do 6 V6. I think for a surfy sound, I prefer the Nextone. It just, that drip is just a little bit sweeter through there. The EQ's a bit more classic. Where this, like with the overdrive test, this was boxier and more mid-pushed sounding to me. I think the Nextone just has a more classic surf sound to it. I like that. Let's do a high gain plus delay lead sort of scenario here with the Rev G3 and my trusty Boss DD3 down here. let's change tube settings again. We'll swap it over to EL34 just to mix stuff up. Well, there you go. That should be enough of a sampling there for quite a bit of you to make your own decisions, to form your own opinions. Even if you're not shopping for these amps, you might just be curious and want to have something to discuss and argue about. And the perfect place to do that is in the comment section down below. Leave me rude and nasty comments. Like, subscribe, dislike. You know the whole deal. Support us on Patreon. Whatever you want to do. It's the internet. Go check your email. Have some fun. Later, guys.